I'm about to brew the last 3 World Championship-winning AeroPress recipes, and then I'm going to blind test them with my wife. Now, my wife thinks that bloom is what flowers do, and that the morning coffee should happen as quickly as possible and not involve scales, water temperatures, or bypassing. Which one is going to blow us away? Which one will fail to impress? Will any of them change the way we think about brewing forever? One of these recipes is the best in the world, but which one? Every year, the World AeroPress Championships brings together the most creative, borderline obsessive AeroPress brewers in the entire world and pits them against each other. And the winners, they don't just make great coffee, they bend an AeroPress like this one to their will. We're talking about ice spheres, dual grinding, chopstick stirring, and bypassing with water like you're mixing the finest of cocktails. Now, before we take a look at the winning recipes, you could be a winner too. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment and you could win this AeroPress. Good luck. Now let's take a look at those championship winning recipes, and here is our first contender. George Stanica. He's the 2024 World Winning AeroPress Champion. Here's the method. Step 1, setting up the AeroPress inverted plunger at the 4 mark. He's adding 18 grams of ground coffee, pouring 50 grams of 96°C water using a mellow drip for about 5 to 6 seconds. He's letting it bloom for 30 seconds, then he's pouring another 50 grams of water for 5 to 6 seconds. Step 6 is to stir gently in a north, south, east, west motion for 10 seconds. He's going to rinse the filter and place the cap on the AeroPress, and at 1 minute and 20 he's going to start gently removing air from the chamber for approximately 10 seconds. He wants you to gently swirl the AeroPress, then flip it and place on the server. At 1 minute 35, begin pressing down and press gently for 30 to 40 seconds until about 76 to 79 grams have been extracted. You're then going to add hot water to bring the total volume up to 130 or 135 grams and add 20 to 30 grams of room temperature water. This recipe has a smooth, confident feel to it, like I should be playing some sort of jazz music in the background. It's also the only recipe that's ever made me feel like I should be using a compass to make sure I'm getting the stir method right. But that's nothing compared to the method that's about to follow and the implement that I require. Contender number 2 is Wipvasutt. He's the 2023 World Winning AeroPress Champion. Step 1, add 16 grams of ground coffee to the inverted AeroPress. Pour 100 grams of 89°C water. At 30 seconds, you're going to stir for 5 seconds using one side of a chopstick. At 45 seconds, you're going to add the remaining 2 grams of coffee, and at 55 seconds, stir again for 5 seconds. You're going to press down that plunger slightly to remove the excess air and then seal it. At 1 minute and 35, you're going to flip and press the AeroPress for 30 seconds until around 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and your yield out should be about 75 grams. You're then going to bypass with room temperature water to 115 grams, and then another bypass with hot water to 155 grams total serve. This is the only coffee I've ever made that required an extra little sprinkle of 2 grams, but the bypass techniques really intrigue me, so I'm really keen to see how this is played out in the final brew. But we're finishing with a really unique brew method, and one that required some extra funds from the Yumi and Coffee Treasury so we could buy some exciting coffee equipment. Our third and final contender is Jibbi Little. She's the 2022 World AeroPress Championship winner. Here's the method. Add 18 grams of ground coffee, that's been ground twice and sifted to remove the fines. Then place that into an inverted AeroPress. You're then going to pour 94 grams of 90°C water. Stir it 35 times gently before screwing on the cap and pushing out the remaining air at about 1 minute and 30 seconds. At 1 minute 30, you're going to flip and begin pressing down. Press for around 30 seconds from 140 to 210, and you should yield between 58 to 64 grams of concentrate. To add some flair, you can pour this over ice, more specifically stainless steel ice balls. Once you've done that, you're going to bypass with 90°C water to reach a total brew of 150 grams. Jibbi's method is so precise, it made my grinder nervous. Double grinding, fine sifting, 35 perfect stirs, and ice balls. But if we're being honest, it made the coffee geek in me really giddy, and I had a lot of fun trying this one out. You've got to hope that this much detail and messing about is going to lead to an extremely good brew. And there we have it. Those are the 3 contenders of the World AeroPress Championships. But which one is going to be best? For that, I need my wife. You can hold it actually, that's what pros do.
Hi guys.
You don't need to have it right by your face. Hold it like here.
Okay.
So here we are, 3 championship-winning coffees. I've put a sticker on the bottom of each glass which corresponds So these cards in front of us, and on the back is the name of the person whose recipe is in the one we like the most. I've set these up, so you need to shuffle them so I don't know.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Shuffle away, please.
Okay.
So no labels, no bias, we don't know anything. What do you know about coffee?
Not very much. Not very much at all.
Which one do you want to start with? Start.
Hey.
How does it smell?
Nutty, but nutty.
Yeah, it's quite light. It's nutty, piney.
Yeah, very light. Caramel.
Yeah, it's sweet, isn't it?
Very nice.
Good. Happy with that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Let's see how it compares to B.
B doesn't have so much of a nose. A bit sweeter, actually.
It smells citrusy, I think.
Yeah.
It smells like lemony.
Sweeter, yeah.
Yeah, it's tea-like. It's a bit lighter. Less body. Bit thinner.
Sweeter though than the last one.
Okay. Which one are we in favour of at the moment?
This one. So
A is
far.
winning so far.
A is
On to C.
Don't get much of that. Not very much going on there for me.
Really?
No. It's lost the lemony.
It doesn't
Top
smell
note.
quite as strong, does it?
No. It's not quite as much out of it.
Yeah, it's really
Sort of very.
timid, isn't it?
It's got sort of like a
Quite flat,
far
isn't it?
off, distant orange. That's what I got. Like a far away orange taste.
Like
Not
an
very
orange you
much.
can see in the distance but can't quite reach.
Yeah.
A mirage of an orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my least favourite. It seems a shame to want to say that A is the best going down here, but none of them are bad though.
No, none of them are bad.
Really give it a real slurp. Give it a cupping slurp. Go for, don't be shy. I like that one.
Yeah, that one's balanced. That one's got lots of light notes. That one is a ghost of a coffee.
So your favourite?
A, middle. B, least favourite. C, none of them are horrible. That's what I think.
There's a sticker on the bottom of each cup, so we'll start with the worst.
A.
A. Who's A? This is the 2023 champ, Tay. Our next least favourite was here.
Which was B.
There is B.
George Stamina? No, it's Stanica.
George Stanica, who's the 2024 champ.
Oh, yes, I see. They're all champs
So
in their
they're all-
own right. But, you know,
These
which
are all
is the-
championship.
what?
I'm glad
Who's
you're
the
paying
champion
attention.
of champions?
These are all championship winning recipes.
Yeah.
Which means that
Go
C
C.
is Jibbi Little. Now, it might interest you to know that this was the most complicated brewing method.
Oh, great.
I ground it twice.
Yeah.
I sifted the grounds to remove any fines, the smallest particles. Then
Mining for coffee.
I poured it over ice balls.
Oh, God.
Remember that Amazon parcel that came?
Yeah, yeah.
Ice balls.
So that's going to take a long time to make every morning.
How would you feel about me making our morning coffee with that every day?
Fine, as long as I don't have to do it, personally. But I would be happy for someone else to make me coffee using frozen balls.
I learnt a lot throughout this process. Experimentation is key to good coffee. It's important to push your boundaries and try something different, like ice balls. Because you're never going to know unless you try these different things what works and what's cool. And you might not want to brew like this every single morning, but hey, you might want to do it every
Treat
now and
yourself.
then. Before you go, you could be winning this. My glamorous assistant will model it. It's the AeroPress we've used today. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment below, and you could be in a chance to win this delightful brewing method. And you could have a go at all these championship winning recipes. Anyway, happy brewing. See you next time.